What was it? I mean, you were there for the entirety, in a way, of his transformation. You were there for everything.
Yeah.
Where it was with Shaq, and then you were there when he was in his own personal troubles, and then when everything was moving on and he wanted to be the man. I mean, you were there for all of that. What was it like being alongside watching that, Derek?
I'm always amazed, even because I don't talk about these things, at dinner with my friends, and we're just talking about Lakers and history. But
Well, that's why you come on the Rich Eisen show.
exactly. So when Rich Eisen asked me about these moments, I'm always amazed at what Kobe was able to accomplish. And even though I was right next to him and had a front row seat, a lot of times until you look back at it and really understand what he was able to do, I don't think you fully appreciate it. To be a high school graduate only a few months before and literally show up to the association already decided that he was going to be one of the greatest to ever play the game. And then to have the type of career he had on the court, accomplish what he accomplished, have the ups and downs personally, privately, publicly, however you want to describe it, but still be able to hold on to this idea that I'm going to be one of the greatest to ever do this by the time I'm finished with it. The level of focus and discipline that takes is remarkable, and I'm always amazed and kind of humbled in the sense of like, I got a chance to be around that for a long time.
Well, you always hear though it's not easy being his teammate either, and then he got the rep towards the end of his career that people flat out didn't want to come play with him. And I'm wondering what you say when you hear that, Derek.
I agree to the standpoint of it's not easy, but it's not supposed to be easy when you're trying to be great. And then when you think about, like, we're all waking up every day trying to be, above average or something. And this guy was waking up every day wanting to be the greatest basketball player to ever touch the earth. That's a different level of thinking. And for me, it wasn't easy at all times, but I just don't think that anything that is great is easy. So people I think it's easy to blame Kobe for things and put a lot on him to say it wasn't easy to play with him. So therefore, then that absolves some people of their responsibility that they have to the team to be the best version of themselves. So why would we be mad at him for literally always wanting to be the best of himself and then expect that from you? So he and I never had many issues because I always wanted to be the best I could be for the team, and that's all he was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, Derek Fisher here on the Rich Eisen Show. The same people that I said that I worked with and thus have that competitive edge when it comes to dancing are the same people who are in Pro Football Hall of Fame, jackets and busts, et cetera, because of exactly what we're talking about here, that they don't suffer fools gladly at all, that they have problems with people who don't come to work every day with the 24/7, 365 mindset to be great.
Right.
That's why a lot of them don't coach, too.
Right.
Because it's very difficult
Yeah.
to be able to coach somebody up when you're upset that they don't get it from bedtime to sunrise.
Yeah.
And then everything in between as well. I mean, so can you give me a moment where Kobe was a little bit in somebody's face and they couldn't handle it? You don't have to give me a name, but where you saw that type of moment with Kobe?
Nah, not really that guys couldn't handle it. I just think that it made people uncomfortable at times, like because nobody else was doing that to them.
So then what about Phil being the coach with Kobe?
What
just
what
like
about,
where he's the coach and trying to corral that talent and mindset
I mean,
a way.
To me, the stuff that we experienced was not much different than, to me, most great teams or great organizations or groups. Like, you don't hear stories about the battles that go down in the boardroom at Apple or Google or Amazon. But if we did hear about them, I'm sure some people have gotten cursed out and, talked to a certain way and somebody fired back and said something back or whatever. But at the end of the day, they still get the job done. They're still one of the best companies in the world at whatever they do. So for me, though, that's what I remember. connect to like this one day that Phil had to say this to Kobe, and then Kobe said this back in it. I just don't, because the goal was to win championships, and we got that done a lot of times.
Yes, you did. Derek Fisher, I want to take a break. Back in 60 seconds, talk to you about the current NBA and then your experience with the New York Knicks as a diehard Knicks fan who has disowned the team.
You need a hug, Rich?
Well, not only a a physical hug. Yes. By the way, that is how this interview is going to end. I'll give you that heads up. But I need to hang my hat on something here, and then we'll just